everyone, so it is me again, Aquastar, and I'm here with a video for you guys, just a kind of bitching, ranting video. I think people kind of like that. Hopefully I don't rub some of you the wrong way, because the topic I'm going to discuss is probably a little bit of a controversial topic. I'm sure many of you do this, and I'm just trying to warn you not to, just from my personal observations of goldfish. Here's old Marla, look at her big face. He's just a big fish. Actually, man, I think she's bigger than Truffles is. I mean, she's a big fish, dude. I'd say she's about the biggest one I have. But anyway, so what I wanted to discuss with you guys today is the topic of, with goldfish, there's no such thing as too much filtration. That's true up to a certain extent. Again, as in most things in life, as I'm finding, most things in life are in the gray area. It's neither black or white. Yes, you want to have a lot of filtration with goldfish, and it's okay to kind of go overboard with filtration when you have a very large tank like mine. This is a 125. Over here is a 55. You know, you can kind of go overboard with the filtration the bigger your tank is and the bigger your fish are. But if you've got fish that are under 3 and 4 inches, including their tail, and you have them in something smaller than a 40 or 45 gallon tank, you really don't want to overkill it, and here's why. I see some people on the Goldfish Keepers group, when people's on there getting new fish and wanting suggestions for filtration. Just recently there was a girl on there who just got a few goldfish. She just has 3 baby goldfish, and she has a 29 gallon. Now, if you guys go back a couple years ago, that's exactly how I started out. I started out with 3 baby goldfish. Loki was one of them. You can see him. He was so small. He was mostly black. Right there he is, big gold Aranda. Now he's about 8 or 9 inches. He's huge. But that's how I started out, was with a 29 gallon and 3 baby goldfish. And honestly, they did really good. If I could go back, I would have maybe started with a 40 gallon, but I still think a 29 gallon is adequate for a few months, like 2 or 3 months. And then of course you have to upgrade, and I did. I went up to a 55 gallon right after that, just after a couple months. And this girl was saying that she knows that too. It's just, you know, for a couple months they'll be in the 29 gallon, which is fine. So she was asking though, you know, what would everybody suggest for filtration? And this one woman gets on there like, AquaClear 110 plus a sponge filter. What? Oh my god, that is crazy. I couldn't imagine an AquaClear 110 in my 29 gallon tank, plus a big old sponge filter over one of the corners. Okay, this is one thing I don't like about sponge filters. I'm just gonna bitch about this first, is they do take up volume in your aquarium. You've got to take that into consideration. If you've already kind of got a little bit of a smallish tank, like a 29 gallon, a 40 gallon, you got a few fish in there, I don't know if sponge filters are the best option for you. You can go for sponge filters once you start getting bigger tanks like this one. But when you're already kind of limited on space, you know that you're going to have that tank. The fish are going to be in that specific tank for a few months. They're going to be growing. They're going to need a lot of room. I don't know if a sponge filter is really that good of an option, to be honest. But hey, everybody has their things. The thing I mainly had a problem with is an AquaClear 110 being in a 29 gallon. Oh my god. Okay, so I use my old 29 gallon now as a hospital tank or a quarantine tank. Like, I quarantined little Clovis when he first came in, and I'm so glad I did, because he was really sick when he first came in. And he did need time apart. He needed to be medicated. Whatever he had, I didn't want the other fish to get. And now, like 6-7 months later, look at him. He's actually getting really big. He's almost doubled in size since I've gotten him. He's a very large fish, actually. Very healthy, very friendly. But anyway, I did have him in the 29 gallon when I was quarantining him. And I've done it with a few other fish too. Now, little Clovis up there, right there, was not that small when I got him. You know, he really wasn't a small fish. He was already about 5 inches. He already had a little bit of girth on him. So, but nonetheless, man, I had a Marine Land 350 filter on there with him, and it kind of pushed him around. Now, granted, he was a little bit sick, but even after he got better after a couple weeks, that filter was still slopping him all over the place. So an aqua clear 110 is like double as strong as a Marineland 350. It really is. Its output is amazing, and for a big aquarium with large fish, it's amazing. Absolutely, you want to invest in something like that. In fact, I'm probably going to be getting one within the next year. I'm, having some trouble with my other filters, and I'm probably going to have to get some of them replaced. This one over there isn't even working on the far left. I'll go into that another time, but it isn't a Marineland, it's a Whisper, so I do need another filter on the 125. But all I'm saying is, guys, is don't overkill. Do not overkill your filtration, especially if your fish are in a tank under like 45 gallons, 40 gallons, because if they're small, if they're sick, oh my God, it's so sad. I see videos of fish where people's just overkilling the filtration. They're putting these giant powerhouse filters on these, small or medium-sized tanks, and the fish are just being slammed all over the place. They're fighting to even hold still. I'm not even seeing how they could go anywhere in the tank and just get some rest. I couldn't imagine putting a small baby fish in a 29-gallon tank and like putting an aqua clear 110 in there. That is so stupid. Plus a sponge filter that's going to be like bubbling at the top and moving water around. I mean, it's just ludicrous. So I did comment and was like, oh, I don't know if I'd suggest that, a Marineland 200 or even a 350. But honestly, even the 350 is going to kind of throw the fish around a little bit. The Marineland 200 did really good when I had 3 baby fish in the 29-gallon. Really, it did. I did 1 to 2 water changes throughout a week, in a week. And the only reason why I did 2 is I was still cycling, and once it got cycled, I only did 1, and it always tested great. The fish looked great. Everything was fine, and the fish weren't freaking out, struggling to just hold still in the water, So yeah, I really wouldn't suggest putting a powerhouse filter on a small aquarium. If you have any more questions, you can ask me. Remember, this is just my opinion. I'm no expert. I'm just a regular old goldfish keeper like you are. But I really do feel strongly about this. I think that it's crazy when I see people putting crazy amount of filtration on a small tank with baby fish. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything, you can ask me. It's like what I said, this is just my opinion, but I just don't like to see the little fish struggling. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you so soon. Bye.